Welcome to Naranpi College online classes. The previous episode we already completed discovery of electron, proton and neutron. So in this today's episode we will start some of the atomic models only. The first one we have J.J. Thomson atomic model. J.J. Thomson atomic model, and one more we have Rutherford nuclear model. So very important these two. See the first one we have J.J. Thomson atomic model on. So J.J. Thomson atomic model mainly tells about atom possesses a spherical in shape in which positive charge is uniformly distributed. This is the first point on. Atom possesses spherical in shape in which positive charge is uniformly distributed. So this is the first point is given by J.J. Thomson. You can see this, if we take an atom here, suppose it is an atom which is in a spherical in shape only. Okay, the positive charge is there. Suppose they imagine what they are telling here. The positive charge is uniformly distributed throughout this one. This is the first point according to the J.J. Thomson model only. Next, you see the next point here. Electrons are embedded into it. Means electrons can be present in this atom. How they are present means here more or less. They embedded into it more or less uniformly distributed to give more stable electrostatic arrangement on it. This is the second point here. Electrons are embedded into it more or less. Electrons are embedded into more or less to give more stable electrostatic arrangement on. So in this atom is there, suppose electrons are there, one more what electrons are there, the electrons can be embedded. The more electrons or less electron they can embed in this atom, what they'll give? They will give more stable electrostatic arrangement only. Suppose you can take this atom here. This atom is there here. So electrons are embedded here. Suppose here electrons are there here. Electrons are present, you can say this outside the nucleus. Here positive charge is there. So then what happened here between a negatively charged particles and the positively charged particle? What happened here? It will give more stable electrostatic arrangement only. More stable electrostatic arrangement. So this is the next point in this J.J. Thomson atomic model only. See the next point we have. What are the next point here tells about here? This model is called as a plum pudding model. This model is plum pudding model, or you can say watermelon model. Watermelon model only. Now you can see this arrangement only. This is imagine it is a positively charged sphere. Imagine it is a suppose positively charged sphere, you can imagine. It is a positively charged sphere, then what is there here? Here we can observe this one. Some of the negative charge can be present here only. The sphere is what? The sphere is a positively charged sphere. Here the negatively charged electrons present inside, then what are you getting here? It will give a stable arrangement. So this model you are calling as what? Plum pudding model or what? Watermelon model. If you want to cut the watermelon, then what happened here? Seeds are present along with that one. So we can say this one, the model look like what here? Thomson atomic model only here. Electrons are embedded to into less or more to give what? More electrostatic arrangement only. So this is regarding about which one? J.J. Thomson atomic model only. So what the important note here is there? So this model assumes that the mass of an atom is uniformly distributed only. The mass of an atom is what? Uniformly distributed only. So this model assumption only. This model assumed that mass is uniformly distributed. Mass is uniformly distributed throughout the atom. Okay, this is important assumption only. So what are the drawback of this J.J. Thomson atomic model? J.J. Thomson atomic model could not explain the electrical neutrality of an atom. This model fails to explain electrical neutrality of the atom. So this is regarding our which one? J.J. Thomson atomic model. So the next model we have Rutherford nuclear model. So this Rutherford nuclear model mainly based on alpha ray scattering experiment. It is mainly based on alpha ray scattering experiment only. So here we have to take the alpha particle from the source. These alpha particle can be passed to the slit of a lead plate which is attached to the gold foil, and the gold foil contains a circulated zinc sulfide screen only. Whenever the alpha particle hit this gold foil, some of the light is produced on this circulated or movable zinc sulfide screen. We want to identify here where these particles are deflected in this gold foil. What are the deflections you are observing only? This is the main concept in this experiment only. So you proposed an atomic model mainly based on which? Mainly based on what? Alpha ray scattering experiment only. So here what they are doing here? A stream of alpha particles. A stream of alpha particles are passed through a slit of lead plate through what? A slit of lead plate was directed at metal foil of gold. Metal foil of gold only. So this metal gold foil have what here? It is a rotated what here? Zinc sulfide screen only. Metal gold foil have movable zinc sulfide screen. Zinc sulfide screen, or we can say here a fluorescent screen on. So these are the source we are taking. This is the source. From this source what you are taking? From this source we are getting an alpha particles. So these alpha particles can pass through the lead plate only. So this is the lead plate. We are having some holes here. Here this lead plate is having one of the metal gold foil. This is the metal gold foil. This metal gold foil having a movable what screen we have? This is a zinc sulfide screen, or you can say a fluorescent screen only. This is the alpha particle from the source. So this is a lead only, and this is what you can say, this is a gold foil. So this is the screen, what screen I told here, it is a zinc sulfide screen only. So it can be rotated, or you can say it is a movable zinc sulfide screen only. So whenever the alpha particle can move toward this slit of the lead plate, then what happened here, they can move from the gold foil. Then what happened here, they can observing some deflections on this gold foil only, like this. So whenever the gold particle, alpha particle hit the gold foil, some of the light is produced on this what screen, zinc sulfide screen only. So this is the arrangement of which one, this is the arrangement of the identification of this particles by using this alpha particle source and lead plate, and we can use this zinc sulfide screen only. So this zinc sulfide screen is what here, this is a movable zinc sulfide screen, or you can say it is a rotated zinc sulfide screen only. So here from this experiment we want to identify the some of the observations. Along with the observations we can observe some of the conclusions also only. Conclusions also. Now we can see. Suppose here we are sending alpha particle here. Suppose here where the atom is there. Here we are sending some of the alpha particles like this. Here you can see here the some of the positive charge is there. Now you can see this diagram only. So this is the circulated spherical shape is called, this is an atom only. Here alpha particles are deflected. Whenever the alpha particles are moved toward this lead plate, then what happened here? Here the alpha particle, most of the alpha particles are deflected towards the gold foil without any deflection only. First observation. Most of the alpha particles are deflected towards what gold foil without any deflection only, which indicates that what here most of the space inside the atom is what, empty only. Here you can see majority of the particles are moving like this, majority of the particles are moving like this, which indicate that most of the space inside the atom is what, empty only. And the next conclusion, observation you can see, only few of the alpha particles deviated their path by deflected by some of the angles only, a slight angle only. Some of the alpha particles are deflected by few of the angles. Why these are deflected means, because whenever this alpha particle can pass through this gold foil, then what happens, due to this repulsions, these particles are deflected by some of the angles only. So why this deflection will takes place means, because there is a positive charge can be present in the atom. Due to that repulsions, some of the alpha particles are what, deflected by some of the angles only. And one more point here, if suppose you want to pass a 20,000 of the alpha particles, if you pass the 20,000 of the alpha particles, one of the alpha particles can be bounced back like this only. One of the alpha particle can be bounced back. So with bounced back, how much angle means here, 180 degrees angle only, 1 in 20,000. 1 in what na, 20,000. One of the alpha particles are bounced back by how much angle here, 180 degree angle only. This indicates that the positive charge is present at the smallest part of the atom, that we are calling as a nucleus only. So nucleus is composed of what charge, positive charge only. So these are the observations and conclusions from which one ma, alpha ray scattering experiment from the Rutherford model. You can see that observations and conclusions is the first point. Most of the alpha particle, that is 99%, pass through the gold foil without any deflection, which indicates that most of the space in the atom is what, empty. You can see majority of the alpha particle can be deflected to the gold foil without any deflection only. Second point, you can see a small fraction of the alpha particles was deflected by small angles, which indicates that the positive charge at the center of the atom, due to the repulsive forces, deflection will be takes place. Suppose you can see they deviate some of the angles only. So why they deviate some of the angles means, because here some positive charge is there, due to the repulsion these will be bounced by the or deflected by small of the angles only. See the third point we have, a few of alpha particles. So means you can suppose you want to send a 20,000 alpha particles. In that 20,000 of alpha particles, only one alpha particles has what? Bounced back and deflected by nearly how much angle here? 180. 180 angle means this is the angle only. This is 180 angle. Whenever the alpha particle is there, suppose imagine it is 1 in 20,000. So because of this positive charge, then what happened here? It bounced back by how much angle here? 180 angle only. So which indicates that the whole mass is concentrated at the center of the atom only. The smallest part of the center atom is called as what? Nucleus only. In this nucleus, what charge we have? We have a positive charge is there. Okay, you see the one more observation we have. Rutherford mainly calculated the volume occupied by the nucleus. When volume occupied by the nucleus is very small when compared to the total volume only. If we take a volume of an atom, you can take here nearly this is a 10 power minus 10 meter, and you can take here volume of the nucleus we have 10 power minus 15 meters only. So volume of the nucleus is very small when compared to the volume of the atom only. So these are the main observations you can observe from which one here? Rutherford model only. Next we can discuss the main postulates of Rutherford model. See the next one here, main postulates of Rutherford model, or you can say main points in this Rutherford model only. So Rutherford model already discussed how this alpha scattering experiment on. From this we can see one of the main postulates of this one. Most of the mass and all positive charge present at the center of the atom. That center of the atom we are calling as a nucleus only. Most of the mass and positive charge present at the smallest part of an atom which is called as nucleus. Is called as what? Nucleus only. Suppose you can take this atom here. This is the atom only. So you can say this is the center of the part. This is called as nucleus. Here what is there here? The positive charge is there. Positive charges can be present in the nucleus, and most of the mass also can be present in the nucleus. The mass is because of which one? The sum of the protons and neutrons present in the nucleus only. Clear? So this is the first postulates of which one? Rutherford model only. And you can see the next postulate we have. So the positive charge is present at what? Nucleus only. Why this positive charge is present? Because of which one? Protons only. Positive charge present at the nucleus. So this positive charge present at the nucleus because of which one here? Protons only. Why here? Proton is what? A positively charged particles only. This is the second postulate of this one, Rutherford atomic model only. Now we can see this one. This is the spherical in shape atom only. Here positive charge are there. Here you can see electrons are present outside the nucleus. You can see always electrons are present outside the nucleus, and inside the nucleus what we have? Protons are there. Along with the protons, some neutrons also there. So now we can see here electrons are revolve around the nucleus in a circular orbits, which are called as circular paths only, which are called as orbits. So this is, we can write one more point here. Electrons revolve around the nucleus. Electrons are revolve around the nucleus in a circular paths, which are called orbits. orbit, or you can write here shell also. So from this point, Rutherford model also can called as a planetary model only. Why it is called as planetary model? Here you can see here planets, you can see planets revolves around the sun. So based on that point, they can say Rutherford model is also called as what? Planetary model. You can add one point here. Rutherford model also called as what? Planetary model. So why planetary model means here the electrons are revolve around the nucleus like planets are revolves around the sun. So from this they are calling as Rutherford model, also called as what? Planetary model only. Now you can see the next postulates here. The negative charge which is present outside the nucleus is equals to the negative charge present inside the nucleus, means your negative charge and positive charge can be balanced because of which one? Electrostatic attractions only. Can write one more point here. Negative charge and positive charge is balanced due to electrostatic attractions. And one more point you can see here, the total negative charge is equal to the total positive charge. Because of this reason, the atom is what? Electrically neutral. Total negative charge on atom is equals to total positive charge due to this atom is electrically neutral. So these are what here main postulates of Rutherford atomic model. Rutherford atomic model also called as a planetary model only. These are the main postulates of Rutherford model. Next you can see the drawbacks of this Rutherford model. It fails to explain the stability of the atom, and it cannot explain the electronic structure and the energies of the electrons. The third point you can say, according to the classical electromagnetic theory, suppose electrons are there. So these electrons are revolving like this. So according to the classical electromagnetic theory, the revolving object, or you can say here on the object place, you can say here what? Electron should lose energy continuously. Whenever they can move with the high speed, they lose energy continuously. Whenever they lose energy continuously, finally they will fall into the nucleus, but it does not happen in this case only. So this point also cannot explain by the what here? Rutherford model only. Here what happened here? A centrifugal force and Coulombic force, both are what? Balances, then it gives the stability of the atom. Suppose you can take it a positive charge is there, nucleus positive charge is there. Here what force is there here? This is a centrifugal force is there here. Okay, so whenever the revolving particles having both energies, then what happened here? The atom will be finally loss energy and falls into the nucleus, but it does not happen in this case of Rutherford atomic model only. So these are the main demerits of the Rutherford atomic model. So now we can see the atomic number only. So what is atomic number means here? The number of protons in the nucleus is called as atomic number, or the number of electrons in a neutral atom is also called as what? Atomic number only. The number of protons in nucleus, or you can say the number of electrons in neutral atom is called as atomic number. This atomic number denoted by Z only. Suppose you can take an example here. Carbon, we have carbon atomic number 6 we have only. So 6 is the atomic number only. Now we'll see here how many protons are there and how many electrons are there. Carbon is having no charge here. It is a neutral atom only. So the number of electrons or number of protons is what? Atomic number. Here how many protons are there? 6 protons are there. And here what? 6 electrons are there. This is particularly in the case of which atom? Neutral atom only. Suppose you are taking a ions, means here a positively charged ion or a negatively charged ions only. If we take a positively charged ion or positively charged species, then what you can say here? Atomic number is equal to what you will get here? Z minus number of electrons lost. Number of electrons are what? Lost only. If we take a negatively charged species, suppose you want to write here atomic number. So what you will write here? Z plus number of electrons are gained only. So particularly in the case of ions, we can use this formula. Suppose you want to find out in a charged species, like suppose I am taking here Na plus only. Na plus only. If we take Na plus here, generally what is the atomic number of sodium? Sodium atomic number is 11 only. You can see here number of protons is equal to number of, or you can say atomic number Z is equal to, you can write here 11 only. But or you can say number of protons. What is the number of protons we have? 11 number of protons are there. Suppose it is a charged species. How can you find the atomic number Z here? Z is equal to, so what here? Atomic number Z means what you can write here? You will write 11 minus how many electrons are lost? Here how many electrons are lost? 1 electron is lost only. So this is what here? Here contains a 10 electrons only. So here protons are 11. But electrons what here? 10 only. So this is one each case here, positively charged species cases only. So you can find out here, number of electrons. E minus means number of electrons only. So you can find out what here? Number of electrons. How can you find out here? Z minus number of electrons are lost. In case of negatively charged ions, you can write Z plus number of electrons are gained only. Suppose I am taking here Cl minus we have. Cl minus we have 17 is there. If you want to write atomic number Z, means what here? How many protons are there? We have 17 protons are there. Suppose you can write the number of electrons here. Electrons is equal to, you will write 17 plus 1, that is equal to how many electrons we have? 18 electrons are there. So this is regarding about positively charged species, we are finding number of electrons, and a negatively charged species we are finding what? Number of electrons. So the number of protons we can take. The number of protons present inside the nucleus is called as what? Atomic number. In case of neutral atom, the number of electrons is represent what? Atomic number only. So next we have the mass number. Mass number denoted by A only. What is mass number here? The sum of number of protons and neutrons present inside the nucleus. Present inside the nucleus is called as a mass number only. So we will write here A is equal to, I will write number of protons, Z you can write here, protons plus number of neutrons, N we are writing only. Sorry. So here number of protons you can write here atomic number Z only. From this you will write A is equal to Z plus N. So from this you will get the formula N is equal to A minus Z one. What is N here? Number of neutrons is equal to A minus Z. What is A? A represent the mass number, Z represent the number of protons only. Okay, let us take an example here. Nitrogen 7 and 14 we have. So find out the number of neutrons in this case. How can you find out here? Number of neutrons is equal to A minus Z. This is A mass number, this is Z number of proton. So N is equal to 14 minus 7, that is equal to 7. Like this, you can find out the number of neutrons only. So, how can you represent an element only? A representation of element. So, suppose here X is, imagine X is an element only. Here Z is there and here A is there. A represent here mass number we have, and Z represents here number of protons. X represent what here? Element only. X represent what ma? Elements only. So this is the general representation of element with mass number and what ma? Number of protons only. If the elements are given like this, we can find out the number of electrons, number of protons and the number of neutrons in the examples only. So this example we have, find the electrons, protons and neutrons for the following. The first one is given, we have carbon 612 only. So I will write here protons, electrons and the neutrons we have. Protons means that is atomic number, that is 6 only. It is a neutral particle, so electrons also what 6 only. So number of neutrons is equal to 12 minus 6, that is equal to 6. What is the formula we have? N is equal to A minus Z only. See the second one we have oxygen, we have 16 and 6 is there. Now we can say protons, electrons and neutrons. Protons, electrons and neutrons. Protons is 6. Electrons also what 6. Neutrons is equal to 16 minus 6. That is equal to what ma? 10 neutrons we have. Like this you can find out iron and chromium. See the next one we have fluorine. I will take this one. Fluorine here 19 is there. Here 9 is there with the F minus charge is there. Protons is equal to 9. Electrons is equal to, it is a negatively charged particle or not. So you can add how many electrons are lost? 1 electrons are lost. So we will write here 9 plus 1, that is equal to 10 electrons only. Now neutrons here, neutrons is equal to 19 minus 9, that is equal to 10. This is for the negatively charged particle. Come, you can take one positive charged particles we have. Mg plus 2 here 12 and 24 we have, and protons is equal to 12, electrons is equal to 12, minus or plus? Minus, because it lost electrons. So 12 minus 2, that is equal to 10, and neutrons is equal to 24 minus 12, that is equal to 12 only. So like this you can find out the remaining examples of electrons, protons and neutrons only. So this is the main formula using. So in the NEET exam they ask me one question by giving a symbol of element with atomic number and mass number. They will ask how many electrons are there, how many protons are there, how many neutrons are there in the given example. They ask a very easiest question only. So like this you can find out electrons, protons and neutrons. See this question we have, the number of electrons, protons and neutrons in a species are equals to 18, 16 and 16 respectively. Assign a proper symbol for this species. Information I am giving, electrons is equal to the given 18, protons is equal to the given 16, neutrons is equal to 16 we have. Okay, you know one formula, N is equal to A minus Z. The proton you are taking, can I take Z only? So I will write A is equal to N plus Z. So 16 plus 16, that is equal to 32 only. So mass number you are finding what? 32 only. Let us see here, electrons are 18, protons are 16. Electrons are 18, protons are 16. So proton is equal to 16 is there, but electrons are 18 is there. Means what here? The substance lost electron or the substance gain electron? The substance gain electron. How many electrons are gained? 2 electrons are gained. Gain electron always is what charge? A negative charge only. Lost electrons always gives a positive charge only. So suppose I am writing symbol X only. Symbol X I am writing here. Protons are 16 is there. Protons are 16 is there. Here mass number you got 32. Here how many electrons are lost? It lost or gained? It gained how many? 2 electrons. Gain of electrons what are calling here? Minus only. Minus 2 electrons are gained, it will get a negative charge. In next place I will write sulfur. Sulfur atomic number how much? 16. Its mass how much? 32. What is the charge it is? Minus 2 only. So assign the proper symbol. The symbol is what? Sulfur. And how much the mass number? 32. And how many Protons are there 16. How many electrons are there? 16 plus 2. You will write here. How can you write here? You are getting 16 plus 2. That is how much here? 18 electrons are there. So it gain how many electrons here? It gain 2 electrons only. In this way we have to assign the symbol for the element only. So this is one of the example only. Like this we can give one more example here. Or you can find out here. The second question you can find out. Third question. Find out electrons, protons and neutrons for Zn plus 2 ion. Here given atomic weight of, they given Zn, some 70 is given on. Some 70 is given in the question. Now we can identify here what electrons, protons and neutrons for the Zn plus 2 ion. So what ion we have? This is Zn plus 2 only. So generally what is the atomic number of zinc we have? So scandium, you can see scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, nickel, cobalt, copper, and what you are getting? Zinc only. So zinc we are getting, atomic number is what ma? 30 we have. 30 we have. So here zinc mass is given 70. Here the charge is given what here? Plus 2 1. From this I will write electrons is equal to, or you can say first you can write protons. Protons is equal to 30. What are the charge of the zinc we have? Zinc having positive charge plus 2. It lost how many electrons? 2 electrons only. So electrons I will write here. So 30 minus 2, that is equal to 28 I will write down. Now we will see here number of neutrons. N is equal to A minus Z is given. Suppose A mass number is given in the problem 70. And here number of protons we have what? 30. That is equal to what? 41. So protons are 30, electrons are 28 and neutrons are what? 40. In this way you can identify electrons, protons and the neutrons only. Now we can see the next concept we have isotopes only. So what are the isotopes only? Isotopes means here elements having same atomic number but they having what? Different mass numbers only. Those what we are calling isotopes only. What is same? Atomic number is same only. For isotopes what is same? Atomic number is same but having different mass numbers only. Different mass numbers only. We'll take one example with hydrogen only. Hydrogen having 3 isotopes only. Hydrogen element with atomic number is 1 and we can see here D. What is D? Deuterium, that is a isotope of hydrogen. Atomic number is 1 but the mass number is what? 2 only. And one more we have deuterium, that is T. We can write here 1 T3 only. So these are what here? These are the isotopes of hydrogen only. We can take the carbon also. Carbon exists in the form of 6C12. Carbon exists in the form of 6C13. Carbon exists in the form of C614 also. So these are what here? These are the isotopes of which one? Carbon. Here what is same here? Atomic number is same. What are the different we have? There is a difference in the mass number only. So these are called what we have? These are called as isotopes only. And the second one we have isobars only. What are isobars? So isobars means here elements having what here? Having a same mass number but they having different atomic numbers only. Mass number is same but having different atomic numbers only. Different atomic numbers. So these are called as what? These are called as what here? Isobars only. We have different examples are there. Carbon you can take here carbon 6, 14 and you can take here nitrogen 7 and 14 only. You can see here both are having different atomic numbers but having what? Same mass number only. This is one side you can take. We can take here one more here argon. Argon 18, 40 we have. And we can take here one more calcium, we have 20 and 40. This is one set of the elements here. Here what is same here? Mass number is same, but what is different here? Atomic numbers are what different only. These are example for which one here? Isobars only. And see the next example, we have isotones only. Isotones means what here? Atoms of different elements having same number of the neutrons only. Same number of the neutrons. If the neutron number is same for the different elements, those what are calling, those are calling as what isotones only. Atoms of different elements. Atoms of different elements having same number of neutrons. Same number of what neutrons only. Let us take an example here. Silicon, phosphorus and sulfur I am taking. Silicon we have 14 and it is 28. Sulfur 15, this is 31. Sorry, phosphorus 15, 31. Sulfur 16 we have 32 only. Number of neutrons here. Number of neutrons is equal to what? We can get 28 minus 14. That is equal to how much you will get here? Can I get here 16? 28 to 14 we have. How much you will get? This is 6 and what here? 4 and 14. See this example, we already discussed that silicon you are not getting same number of neutrons with these elements. You see here 31 minus 15, how much you will get? 16, this is number of neutrons. In this case we can take here 32 minus 16, you will get what? 16 number of neutrons. So these two are example for what? Isotones only. Let us see the next example, we have sodium and magnesium. So in this case neutrons you can find out here how much? 12 you will get only. Here also you will get how much here? 12. So number of neutrons is 12. In both cases number of neutrons are same. So this is example for which one? Isotones only. Isotones. So phosphorus and sulfur and sodium and what? Magnesium only. The next one we have isoelectronic species only. So what is isoelectronic species means? The molecules are ions having same number of electrons, those we are calling as isoelectronic species only. Atoms, or you can say molecules or ions with same number of electrons. Same number of electrons are called isoelectronic species. Isoelectronic species only. So let us see the example we have. I will write here neon Na plus Mg plus 2 Al plus 3 Si plus 4 I am writing here. Neon you can say atomic number 10, it is contain 10 electrons only. Sodium is 11 minus 1 that is 10. Magnesium is 12 minus 2 that is 10. Aluminum 13 minus 3 10. Silicon 14, we have 14 minus 4, we will get how much here? 10 only. All the elements having what? Same number of electrons. If we take here F minus, or you can take here F minus, you can take O minus 2, N minus 3, C minus 4 only. Fluorine we have 9 electrons are there. Negative means you can add 1 electron. How many electrons we have? 10. Here 8 plus 2, 10 we have. Here 7 plus 3, 10 we have. Here 6 plus 4 what? 10 we have. So these are example for what? These are example for which one? Isoelectronic species only.